Hi everybody, my name is Victor Howard. I wanted to do a brief wrap up of my now 3 months on Nutrisystem. I started in the beginning of June and it is just nearly the end of August, so that is three 28-day sessions that I've been doing so far. And I just wanted to give you my feedback and takes on the whole system. So I am doing one of the men's plans, the Uniquely Yours, which basically lets you choose your food options. Um, I kind of have a thing with eggs. I don't really like them that much. I'm not also big on seafood either. They have those kind of options in there. So I wanted to be able to tailor my meal plan away from those, on the off chance that I'm buying food that I'm not going to eat. So that's the Uniquely Yours plan that I ended up doing. It's about $370 a month, on a renewal basis, which means the shipping is free. It's like $2 worth of boxing up fees, but every month I get two boxes. I get one of dry goods, and then I get another one of frozen items on dry ice that shows up a day later. Um, Again, so that's about $370 a month. If you are a Costco member, you can get $100 gift cards for $79, so that's 20% off. And in the end, I find that I'm saving money. I am spending less on Nutrisystem than I would be going out, buying food, eating out with friends, drinks, etc., etc. So I am pretty much okay with the price. I know that's a big sticking point with a lot of people, but it's working out for me so far. Um, I decided to get on Nutrisystem because I hurt my back. I inflamed a disc in my back, and really I kind of realized that I was carrying around too much weight. So I had been thinking about it for a while. My eating habits were totally crap, and I thought it would be a good time to make a commitment and see how far I can go with it. I started off at around 230 pounds. I weighed in this Monday at 198 and a half, so I've lost over 30 pounds in less than 3 months. It's been about 10 to 11 pounds a month, so that's pretty exciting. The downside of that is that I only have one pair of pants left that fit. I have a whole closet worth of clothes that just doesn't fit me anymore. I know first world problems, but I have a bunch of nice suits, don't fit. I have pants, shirts, everything just doesn't fit. I think my socks and underwear fit, but that's about it. I've had to go out and buy a couple different pairs of pants going down in sizes so that they fit. I know, first world problems. So the plan, it can be a little tough at first. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. The first week sucks. For the men, it's the booster week, so you are eating about 1,000 calories a day. I did the math. I love data, so I've been doing a lot of data crunches, and I'll show you some of that in a bit. I would normally ingest about 2,600 calories a day, so going down to 1,000 calories was a big drop. But the whole point of the plan is that it's high in glycemic. All the food you're eating is high in glycemic index and has a ton of fiber in it, so you're supposed to feel fuller for longer. The first week, again, it's a bear. You are drinking shakes, you're eating bars. It doesn't feel like you're eating real food. You're on a diet. You're eating diet food. I found that in that first week, I could not exercise. I didn't have the energy to do it. I was pretty lethargic, at least through the first 5 days. By the sixth day, I felt like I was kind of adjusting to it. And by the seventh day, I felt like I could deal with it. I wasn't happy about it, but I could deal with it. The best part is that day 8, you're back to eating the actual food. You're on the plan, so that was very relieving. So after week 1, things get a lot easier. You are eating a Nutrisystem breakfast. I generally do that around 7 a.m. You are eating a Nutrisystem snack I generally do that a couple hours later, 10 a.m. You're eating a Nutrisystem lunch. The lunch also requires that you substitute, or not substitute, but you add some extra food, which we'll get into it in a second, around noon, and then another snack, which I do at 3, and then dinner I'm doing around 6. If you have calories left over, you are welcome to have more food afterwards, but the calorie goal every day is about 1,500 calories. That's how much they want you to ingest with all the supplemental food that you're supposed to be doing. The biggest thing that they want you to do is supplement your diet with at least 2 servings of vegetables a day. For me, that means I go down to the cafeteria at work and I get a side salad. You got to be smart about these things. So there are no starchy vegetables. That's really the biggest thing there. So no potatoes. I try to stay away from carrots because there's higher sugar, but zucchini, squash, of course lettuce, tomatoes are good, bell peppers, etc., etc. I'll throw in some quinoa, that also works. We have farro, so I throw some of that in. They also want you to do smart carbs, and I'm not really the best at that, but I'm throwing in some chicken breast, so that's some extra grilled chicken breast, so I'm adding in some extra calories there. So that lunch is generally the biggest meal of the day. And you're supposed to be substituting with other things, which are in the program details. You can go look at those if you're more interested, or you can send me a message. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. So let's go meal by meal. Breakfasts, they are pretty varied. There's pancakes, there's waffles, there's French toast. There are muffins. I have chocolate muffins, I have banana nut muffins, I have cinnamon muffins. The crepes, I tried the crepes, they were a little gooey, so I probably stay away from those in the future, but I'm totally happy with eating French toast and pancakes and waffles for breakfast. That totally works. I mean, it's not a lot. It's one thick cut slice of French toast, but it's enough. So that works for me. The snacks can be pretzels, chips, bars. There's a cheesecake bar, which is pretty good. It's one that has chocolate and nuts. Those are pretty good. You're having those twice a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon. The lunches, they have 2 different types that I generally stick to right now. There's the ones that are like instant ramen kind of cups, where you're adding hot water, you're mixing them up. Some of them are pasta based, some of them are noodle based. Those are okay. The benefits of those are that they don't have to be frozen. The other type, which is what I tend to do more of, they basically look like Hot Pockets. If you're good with Hot Pockets, and I'm a dude and I can handle Hot Pockets because that's what I used to eat as a child, Hot Pockets are what I do. Chicken fajita melts, they have cheese ones, steak and cheese. There's a lot of variety there, so I'm pretty happy with the lunches. Again, they're small, they're maybe this big, but it's enough, especially if I'm also adding on a side salad or something like that. Again, you do another snack in the afternoon, and then dinners are a little bit bigger. They tend to be in the 220 to 260 calorie range, and there's a lot of variety in the food that you can have, so you're not going to be bored with your choices. So that's pretty good. There are some considerations if you're going to try this. First, I haven't had a sip of alcohol since June. It's been a little rough, especially with social events and just having that beer at the end of the week, or going out to watch football or whatever. That option is basically off the table for me, and it's a little annoying. Also, more social stuff. Hey, you want to go get Mexican food? I would love to get Mexican food, but I will be sitting at the table, not eating anything, watching you guys suck down margaritas, and not being happy. So I've had to learn how to say no a lot. It's not fun, but it's for a purpose. I'm trying to lose weight, and thankfully my friends have been supportive of these things. So that's pretty nice. So the other thing that I really have had, I mean, it's two sides of a coin. When I lose weight, I am super happy, but when I get on that scale and I stall out, it's very discouraging for my self-esteem, which is a little annoying. Um, it's happened twice so far that I've hit a weight and then at the end of the week or the next week, I haven't lost any additional weight. So that can be pretty frustrating because I'm trying to be super strict on these diets. Um, it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen to you, but it's happened to me twice. And it might be happening a third time right now, but I think I'm okay with it at this point, that I can weather through the storm and not get too much of my self-esteem off of the scale. So just be aware that those things can happen, and stick to it. A lot of this is just willpower, and you have to want it. If you want it, you can just think in your head, what do I have to do to get to this point? My goal has been to lose 50 pounds. I want to go from 230 down to 180 and then get back in the gym and put on probably 10 more pounds to go back up to 190. Friend of mine, another fitness friend, he was like, your height, you should probably get down to 170. That's another 3 to 4 weeks of being on this diet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it yet. I'm going to check it out. I'll see how I feel at that time, or if I really am just like, fuck it, I want to eat a sandwich. So that's my weight loss story so far. I think it's going pretty well. Good things are that I'm losing weight. I am super into data. I love data, and I graph everything. I have all of my daily food intakes. I have my weekly, or actually it's twice week weigh-ins. I have my linear regression on my weight loss, so that makes me pretty happy that I can see that I'm constantly losing weight. That's, again, a great thing. It gives me, I'm more invested in my weight loss because I can see how I'm losing weight, based on how much I'm taking in. Another thing with the plan, I totally forgot, exercise doesn't count. It doesn't count at all towards this. It's all about your food intake. The goal is 1,500 calories a day. I tend to be under that. I will go between 12 and 1,400 calories per day. That has accelerated my weight loss, which is nice. I don't feel bad. So I think I'm in that okay range. But there are days where I am at the end of the day and I look at my log and I am at 1,000 calories or 1,050 calories. But that just means I can go out and I can eat an entire pint of Halo Top at 280 calories and still be under my goal. So that's another really good thing. I've learned some good habits from this. I've learned that I need to log my food. I've realized that I can eat half as much as what I had normally been eating and still be okay. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned is portion sizes. Portion sizes are probably the biggest thing that I've noticed that I can get away with. I don't need to eat an entire sandwich. I don't need to eat a 6-inch sandwich from Subway. I can probably eat half of that and still be okay. I want to stay away from the chips and I want to stay away from the soda, but I don't need it. I don't need to have all of the food, and I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned to date, and that's really helpful. Going forward, I will be doing another month, so my September shipment came in today, so that's another 4 weeks, and then by October, based on my linear regression, I should be really close to the end to my weight loss goal. So I'm not sure how much further into October I'm going to go. If I try for that 170 pounds, that'll be another month's worth or another 3 weeks. I haven't quite figured out the shift back yet to normal eating, because I can't go from eating 1,300 calories a day back up to 2,200 or 2,400 calories a day. I need to work that back up, but I do think that Nutrisystem has a transition program for that. So that's something else I'm going to be investigating. And I think that's it. I don't know if anyone's going to actually look at this. I saw on YouTube that there's a bunch of reviews. I haven't seen too many of them by guys for the men's program, so I figure I wanted to do this anyway. So let me just put it out there. If you have any questions, let me know. You can contact me through YouTube, and I'm happy to answer anything. If you are thinking about it, I would say you really have to want it. You really have to have the goal in mind, and you have to have the willpower to do it. Yeah, that's about it. Drink lots of water. That's another thing on there. I drink tons of water anyway, but basically 2 liters of water a day, 64 ounces. So if you can keep with that, that's fine. I think in one of their tips, it's like if you ever feel hungry, drink a bunch of water, and if you still feel hungry, then eat something. But most likely you're more thirsty than you are hungry, so drink some water. I don't know if that's true, but it fills up space in your stomach temporarily so that you can get over it. Yep. All right, that's all I got. Good luck. See you around.